Alrighty, so thought I would quickly show you the platform that I'm building Leaky. Um, if you have a look, this is basically the dashboard here. I won't show you the landing page because that still needs a lot of work, but what you're able to do is create your own workspaces, and inside those workspaces, you can basically run your own workflows. You know, you've got your light and dark mode as well. So, and we've also got like the profile section here where we can upload a new like avatar, change our password and that. Go to the settings. We can enable show reasoning. Anonymous mode isn't added in yet, and compact view isn't implemented yet. We've got all the different AI providers. At the moment, I'm just using LM Studio, and I'm using the Gemma 4 E2B model, and I've got the API key generated for the MCP server. All right, so I've selected the BMW workspace. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a plan. So the plan that I want to create is just this one here. I need to perform deep recon on BMW and discover interesting parts and parameters. So we can put that in like that. We can also use our microphone if we want to as well. We can put in the target, we'll just put BMW, add that. And we've got all these different modes as well. So we've got interactive, the interactive mode, the plan mode, and the instant mode. So the interactive mode will ask a bunch of questions. So the LLM, the large language model, has a better understanding of what the user wants, right? And the plan mode will just generate a plan, and then the user can approve it, and it will go ahead and run all the agents. Then you've got instant mode, which will just like you type in a prompt and it just spins off the agents. There's no approval process, none of that. It just goes ahead and spins off like the agents, right? But I like interactive because it guides you through the plan. So I'll show you what it looks like. If we create plan, you'll notice that it's going to start asking us a bunch of questions. So we can just we can click on the ones that we want. So we'll do that. And we're just going to go through each one, and it's going to be asking us a lot of questions, so it has a better understanding of what the user wants. It has more context. A good thing about this particular model is it's really, really good. It's Google's new Gemma 4 models, and they're really, really good. And if you have a look as well, actually, I'll show you that in a minute. Like the context size, you can actually set pretty high, and it only uses like 8 GB of video memory, which is really cool. So this is the plan that's created. So it's going to perform passive subdomain enumeration. It's going to then collect historical data from way back in that. It's going to do some like probing, web service fingerprinting, port scanning, and then it does the deep recon and parameter fuzzing. Now, I don't think it will work at the moment. If I click approve, I don't think it works because it still needs, yeah, so I'm getting this error, so I need to work on that. But what will happen is it will start running the workflow. So I'll perform the first step, run the tools for the first step. Now the good thing is it's an adaptive. I've implemented an adaptive strategy. So if it performs subdomain enumeration, the LLM will find the interesting subdomains, and then it will like probe those. But just say it probed and it found a really interesting technology stack. It's going to investigate that further. So it can kind of deviate away from the plan, but it'll always come back to the plan if the deviation was unsuccessful. So that's the good thing. Like I've utilized an adaptive strategy, which is what makes it very smart. But yeah, what I was saying before is if we just quickly unload this model, if we load up the Gemma 4 E2B one, it doesn't like require a lot of video RAM. Like it can pretty much run on a mobile phone because it's only a small model, but it's just it's large enough to run on most GPUs because the model it has to load into the video memory for the video RAM, and if it's too big, then it offloads into like the system memory, which can make the everything's so much slower. But if I'd like turn this all the way up, like it's only using about like 6 gigabytes of video RAM, and I've got I think it's a 5070 Ti, so I've got like 16 gigabytes of video RAM, so it's a pretty good GPU. So, and yeah, I might as well, yeah, I can explain what these ones will be here. So the insights. So what happens is when the all of the workflow is complete, at the end it will generate insights. Well, how I want it to work is it will generate insights as it's like doing all the running all the tools and collecting output, analyzing. I want it to like actually generate insights for the user in real time. So insights might be like, oh, found a Jira, an authenticated Jira instance or something, or found like a dashboard or something. So insights are just like interesting assets that may lead to like vulnerabilities and stuff like that. Or it could just be like there's a JavaScript file with like some DOM like sinks, or sources, like, or maybe there's some DOM XSS, things like that. The reports will be like the final generated report that after the workflow is finished, it generates a report like in Markdown, and you can download that or edit it, view it in like, you can open up the Markdown editor and stuff, which I haven't implemented yet. Files will contain all the artifacts. I actually want to call this artifacts, and that will contain all of the like saved output from all the tools. So that's there. So you'll be able to view the files or view the output of all the files like in like a file explorer like view. So that's pretty cool, and you'll be able to download them and things like that. So that's pretty much what I've been creating, and when I've got it working, it's going to be epic. So I want to try it out on some targets, and then possibly it might be something that I can sell later on down the track. But the point being with all this is like I don't want it to be like an autonomous like hacker bot. I want it to be more of a recon bot. I want it to be doing recon for me and collecting interesting assets that then I can focus on manually hacking, because I feel like that's where AI like shines, is with reconnaissance and pattern detection and things like that. It's still not good at like vulnerability scanning and that sort of thing. Like I just feel like people should be more focusing on using AI for like helping them assist them hack, not necessarily like hack for them. And I feel like that's where a lot of people are getting this everything wrong. Like, and even like these newbies or these script kiddies or people that just haven't like really done much, haven't got much experience in cybersecurity. They're just like using AI to do everything for them. And I feel like you should be understanding the skill before actually using AI. Like imagine being a programmer and you don't know anything about code, you haven't even learned a language, but yet you get AI to just build out a platform, right? Well, the thing is, like, you're not going to know if there's vulnerabilities in the code base. You're not. It's going to cause like so much technical debt down the track. Like, it's the code base is going to increase in complexity. There's going to be bugs, vulnerabilities, and there might be a bug that breaks the whole website. And then you just, because they're vibe coders, they get the, the large language model to fix the issue. But the thing is, like, sometimes bugs disappear, but they might not necessarily be like fixed. The functionality may work, but the bug's still there, and that's where these developers they see straight past that. They just go, oh, hey, Gemini, build this, or Claude, build this, or fix this, and then all they care about is something that works. Looks absolutely hideous, but if it works, that's all they give a shit about. They can't read code. So I feel like all these people saying, "Oh, security's over," yeah, they're not very optimistic, and like I think they're like too far into the AI rabbit hole, or whatever you want to call it. So I believe like down the track, like I said, I'm optimistic because I feel like down the track in the future, like our large language models are going to be used for awesome things. Like if it can help fix vulnerabilities before pushing to production, if it can be integrated in CI/CD pipelines, and it can hack for a lot of pen testing agencies and find some cool stuff, then that's good. Like, but I still feel like it shouldn't replace us human hackers. Not even that. Like it can actually, like if we all got replaced with AI, it could. There's so many bad things that could happen to not even like that person, but the economy. Imagine everyone starting to lose their jobs, can't afford to pay for petrol, can't afford to like buy their food. Anyway, I could go on a bit of a rant about it all, but yeah, just the point being was to show you this video and what I've been making. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this, man. Talk to you soon.